Sometimes, nature may seem like a peaceful place to explore, but in certain spots, darkness and fear lie hidden. Stepping alone into the depths of a forest, or spending a night at an abandoned campsite. They all seem like adventures, but not every camping story ends the same way. Today, we'll share the scariest camping stories, the forgotten trails of those who were once brave, and the nights filled with fear. So, have you ever wondered how terrifying it could really be to spend the night alone at a campsite? If you're ready, let's begin. Ethan and his 4 friends planned a weekend camping trip deep in the forest. Their chosen site was near an old fire watchtower, far from civilization. Everything seemed perfect at first. They set up their tents, lit a fire, and spent the day taking photos and enjoying nature. But something felt off. The forest was too quiet. No birds chirped, no rustling leaves, just silence. As night fell, they gathered around the fire, telling horror stories. One of them, Jake, shared an eerie local legend. He claimed that every group that camped here always lost people until only one person was left to return. Come on, that's just a story, Ryan laughed. But Emily, the only girl in the group, looked uneasy. By sunrise, something was wrong. Jake was missing at first. They thought he had gone for a morning walk, but when they checked his tent, they found his sleeping bag still warm as if he had just been there a few minutes ago. Ethan and Ryan searched the area, but there were no footprints leading away from the camp. It was as if Jake had vanished into thin air. That night, Emily was scared. "We need to leave," she whispered. But when they pulled out their map, they realized something terrifying. They were lost, no matter which direction they walked. They kept ending up back at the campsite. The next morning, Emily was gone. Now, only 3 remained: Ethan, Ryan, and Sarah. The legend felt real now. Only one person ever makes it out, Jake had said. Fear took over. They packed their bags and started moving again, desperate to find their way out. But no matter how far they went, they always ended up back at their camp, like a trap. As night fell, Sarah left to fetch water from the river. She never returned. Ethan and Ryan decided to stay inside their tent until morning. But at midnight, they heard something moving outside. Footsteps. Multiple footsteps, and whispers. But only the 2 of them were left. Right when Ethan woke up, he was alone. Ryan was gone. Shaking, he looked around and noticed something chilling. All the footprints led into the campsite, but none led out. He grabbed his bag and ran. Days passed in a blur. He couldn't find his way out. But just when he thought he was doomed, he stumbled onto an old highway. A park ranger found him, exhausted and terrified. Ethan explained everything, hoping for answers. The ranger sighed and simply said, "I know. Only one ever makes it out." Logan, Mia, Daniel, and Claire were looking for an authentic camping experience somewhere deep in the wilderness, far from crowded sites. After some research, they found the perfect spot, an abandoned ranger's cabin in the middle of Blackwood Forest. There were no marked trails leading there. It was remote, forgotten, and exactly what they wanted. The first day was peaceful. They explored the area, gathered firewood, and took pictures of the eerie but beautiful scenery. The cabin itself was old but sturdy, with wooden bunk beds and a dusty fireplace. Strangely, the kitchen shelves were stocked with canned food, as if someone had been living there recently. That night, as they sat by the fire, Logan noticed something odd. "There are no animal sounds," he said. "No crickets, no owls. It's like the forest is holding its breath." Daniel waved it off. "Come on, man. We're just not used to the silence." But Mia kept glancing over her shoulder. She swore she saw something move between the trees. In the morning, they woke up to find strange carvings on the wooden walls of the cabin. Names, dozens of them, scratched deep into the wood, layer upon layer, overlapping as if different people had been here before them. One name stood out. It was fresh carved with something sharp. Mia. Mia's hands shook as she stepped back. That wasn't there last night. Logan and Daniel inspected the carving, but there was no way to tell who did it. Maybe a prank, but Claire wasn't laughing. That night, it started knocking at exactly 3:12 a.m. A rhythmic knocking echoed from the front door. Knock, knock, knock. Doc. Daniel grabbed a flashlight and swung the door open. No one was there, but just as he shut the door, knock, knock, knock. This time, from the back of the cabin, and this time, it was louder. By morning, Daniel was gone. His sleeping bag was unzipped, his boots were missing, and the front door was slightly open. No signs of struggle, no footprints leading away. It was as if he had simply walked into the woods in the middle of the night and never returned. Panicked, the remaining three searched the area, shouting his name. But the deeper they went into the woods, the more things felt wrong. The trees all looked the same. Their voices felt muffled, and then Logan found something half buried under the leaves. Daniel's phone. He picked it up, hoping for clues. The screen was cracked, but the last video was still there. They played it. At first it was just static. Then, Daniel's face appeared, eyes wide with terror. He was whispering, but his voice was shaking. It doesn't want us here. If you hear the knocking, don't open the door. No matter what you do, don't look outside. Then, the screen glitched, and the last thing they saw was Daniel's terrified face, staring at something behind the camera. That night, Logan, Mia, and Claire barricaded the door and refused to sleep. But at exactly 3:12 a.m., knock, 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 they held their breath. Knock, knock, knock. Then, a voice. Guys, it's me, let me in. Daniel's voice. Claire's hands trembled. That's impossible. Knock, knock, knock. Come on, it's cold out here. Just open the door. Tears welled in Mia's eyes. She knew it wasn't Daniel. Logan clenched his fists, whispering, "We don't open the door, no matter what." Silence. Then, the sound of wood splintering. Something was forcing its way inside. The candle flickered, and suddenly, Logan felt hands on his shoulders. Everything went dark. Think carefully. Which one is scarier? If you were forced to camp alone in one of these places, which one would you avoid? Option 1. Camping alone in the depths of the forest. Option 2. Camping alone in a dark, unknown cave.